Hello, I'm Matthew Malcolm with Pacific Nut Producer Magazine, reporting to you from the headquarters of American Pistachio Growers in Fresno, and I'm here with Executive Director Richard Matoian to give a crop update, see how the pistachio crop is doing. It's an on-year, and so we're looking forward to a larger crop. And we were a little concerned about the lack of chill hours by February when we last talked about the crop. Could you give an update on that, as well as your annual luncheon, membership luncheon is coming up as well?
Sure. Coming into the 2018 year, we were a little bit concerned with the lack of chill hours, especially the hours that were accumulated in December, January, and really into February. And we really believed that with the low chill hours, we were going to have a repeat of the 2015 crop, in which we didn't have the male and female trees sync up during blooming. But in the beginning of March, we had some additional chill that certainly affected some commodities, but since pistachios hadn't pushed out yet, it actually benefited them. And we had a tremendous amount of rain that fell afterwards. So with those two things, even though we saw the trees push out a little bit later, about a week or so later than normal, the synchronization between the male and female trees were almost right on. So we believe that we got a really good bloom during the springtime, and we are being told by growers who've looked at their trees, the trees look full. Young trees, old trees, all around the valley all look good. And whereas before we were looking at a small crop that could have been possibly in the 700 million pound range, now we're looking at a crop that could be from 800 all the way up to possibly even 950 million pounds. And we got to remember that our record crop was in 2016, where we had a crop size of 905 million pounds. So we think that the potential is there, as long as weather conditions continue on pretty well, and that growers get the water that they need for their trees, that the nuts will fill out in late June and July, and that we will experience a really good crop. We've also heard that from the country of Iran, they had a major freeze in a couple of their major growing regions, and therefore their crop is going to be severely reduced. So as it goes in farming, what's bad for one grower is usually good for another. So in this case, if consumers around the world want pistachios, they will have to really come to the United States, because Iran just won't have the supply that they've had in the past. So this all leads into our annual membership lunch, which will be held on Friday, July 27th at the Visalia Convention Center. It's our opportunity to meet and mingle with our members, talk a little bit about the year in review, and talk about the new budget that we're looking at implementing starting September 1, and some of the new programs and activities that we're going to have. But in addition to that, we have California Department of Food and Agriculture Secretary Karen Ross, who will be our keynote speaker. So love to hear from Karen, and love to hear what CDFA is doing on our behalf up in Sacramento, and all the programs and activities and trials and tribulations that the Department of Food and Ag is working on all of agriculture's behalf, but we wanted to particularly focus on what's going on with pistachios. So we sent an invitation out, but if you want to come to the annual membership luncheon, you can go to americanpistachios.org and pick up the information there.
Great, thank you, Richard. And Pacific Nut Producer Magazine is a proud media partner with American Pistachio Growers, so be sure to see us at the summer luncheon. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.